Nestled beside a sprawling forest, the village of Whispering Pines was a place of peace. Its inhabitants lived in harmony with nature. They respected the ancient trees and the creatures that called the woods their home. Life was simple, a gentle rhythm of seasons and celebrations. Laughter echoed through the trees, carried on the breeze. The villagers felt safe, protected by the embrace of the forest. Alira, a girl with eyes as green as moss and hair as dark as the forest floor, was born into this tranquil world. From a young age, she felt a unique connection to the woods. The villagers often found her at the edge of the forest, gazing up at the canopy with wonder in her eyes. To them, she was a child of the village, but to Alira, the forest was her true home. Alira knew the forest paths like the back of her hand. She understood the language of the rustling leaves and the babbling brook. The forest held no fear for her, only a sense of belonging that she couldn't find anywhere else. For generations, the villagers of Whispering Pines shared tales of a mystical being, the guardian of the forest. Legends spoke of a protector, ancient and wise, who watched over the woods and all its creatures. The guardian, they said, was the embodiment of the forest's spirit, its protector and guide. Some villagers claimed to have glimpsed the guardian's fleeting form amidst the trees. They described a figure wreathed in emerald light, their footsteps leaving trails of blooming wildflowers. Others spoke of hearing the guardian's whispers in the rustling leaves, guiding lost travelers back to the path. The legend of the forest guardian was more than just a tale to the villagers. It was a reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and nature. It was a story whispered from parents to children, a legacy passed down through generations, teaching them respect for the woods that bordered their lives. Alira's connection to the forest ran deeper than most. While others heard only the wind in the leaves, she understood the whispers of the trees. She could sense the pulse of the forest, the rhythm of its breath. The animals of the forest were her companions. Birds perched on her shoulder, sharing secrets in chirps and trills. Deer grazed peacefully beside her, unafraid of her presence. Even the shyest creatures seemed drawn to her gentle nature. To Alira, the forest was a living, breathing entity. She felt its joy in the warmth of the sun, its sorrow in the falling rain. It was a bond built on mutual respect and understanding, a language spoken without words. One scorching summer, a shadow fell upon the peaceful village. The river that flowed from the heart of the forest, the lifeblood of Whispering Pines, began to dwindle. Its once bountiful waters slowed to a trickle, the life-giving current fading with each passing day. Panic rippled through the village. The crops withered in the fields, their leaves turning brown and brittle. The villagers watched in despair as their source of water, their lifeline, slowly disappeared. Whispers of fear and uncertainty replaced the laughter that once filled the air. Alira, her heart heavy with the forest's sorrow, knew she couldn't stand idly by. She felt the pain of the trees, the desperation of the animals. Something was terribly wrong, and she was determined to find out what. Determined to find the source of the problem, Alira decided to venture into the heart of the forest, a place rarely visited by the villagers. She knew the dangers that lurked within its shadowed depths, but was undeterred. The forest was calling to her, its voice a desperate plea for help. Packing only a pouch of berries and her unwavering resolve, Alira set off at dawn. She moved with the grace of a forest creature, her bare feet barely disturbing the fallen leaves. The villagers watched her go, their faces etched with worry, but also a glimmer of hope. As she journeyed deeper, the trees seemed to close in around her, their branches forming a leafy tunnel overhead. The air grew heavy with the scent of pine and damp earth. Yet Alira felt no fear, only a growing sense of purpose.